All right, thanks a lot, Connor. We have guests joining us in studio today. I am joined by Stephen Daniels and Emily Barrett. They are the executive directors for the Steuben and Chemung County Habitat for Humanity. And the reason we are having you here in studio today is, the tributes continuing to pour in for former President Jimmy Carter after his passing at 100 years old. And I think one of his biggest legacies after his time in the White House was his dedication to Habitat for Humanity, his volunteerism and his work with the organization to build homes for people, and his spirit and dedication to that cause. And he's going to be honored here locally. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But Stephen, I'd like to start with you just touching on the impact that former President Carter has had on an organization like Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, well, you touched on it a little bit when you said building homes, but it's more about not just building homes, it's building hope and a sense of community here locally. Sorry, my voice is going. But yeah, it's his legacy reaches far beyond just here in the United States. It's global. He's worked in over 10 plus countries around the world. So yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. And Emily, he talked a lot about kind of service above self. And Habitat is an organization that couldn't do what it does without the volunteers that it has. So to see someone like that set such an example for what you can do with your hands and that sweat equity to help lift up others around you and your communities. It's what a great example to share. And he did it up really until he couldn't anymore. It was quite, the amount of years that he dedicated to it was impressive.
Very much so. So we were honored to be able to work with President Carter and his lovely wife for 35 years. They worked with us from 1984. He was actually on build sites all the way through 2019. They worked on 4,447 homes. But on top of the building itself, he also used his platform to be an advocate. He truly believed that everybody deserved to have a decent, affordable place to live.
Absolutely, and he lived that, and he spoke about it, and we see him here on video working on some of those job sites, and like you mentioned, up until 2019. And gosh, to make it to 100 years old is just an absolutely incredible milestone to reach, and to be so dedicated to a cause for as many years as he was. And that brings us to what is happening here today. Not a lot of people have had an opportunity to have some sort of kind of touchstone to a former president. But because of his involvement with Habitat for Humanity, there is a special event happening today. It's at the Arnott Mall. It is open to the public. And Stephen, I know you're working through some...
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was getting over a cold, but yeah.
So I'll direct the question to Emily just to give you a little bit of a break. But talk about what is happening today at 3 o'clock at the Arnott Mall today, and anybody can come and be part of it.
Yes, so actually everybody in the Habitat world is actually doing an honor for the president and his memorial across the entire United States. Locally, we have chosen today at 3 o'clock to build a wall at Center Court in Arnott Mall. We're very grateful that they're allowing us the opportunity to do so. And at 4 p.m. we'll do a brief memorial service. We're inviting folks to come and to sign, leave a message or just their signature. Ultimately, once we pull that down next week, that will actually be built into a Habitat home here locally in one of our counties. So it will be a really awesome tribute that somebody will get to have in their home.
I think that's wonderful.
And I'd just like to add to that, the door symbolizes the, his legacy of opening the doors and opportunity for, families here and across the world. So it's a very special event, and I hope everybody can come out and at least sign the wall or sign the door, and continue to move Habitat forward and his legacy forward.
Absolutely. And Stephen, if people want to get involved with Habitat for Humanity, whether it's volunteering on a build site or supporting the organization in some way, how can they do that?
So they can just reach us, go to our website, www.steubencounty.com, or they can reach out at info@habitatcorning.org, and we can send out, we'll reach back out to you and get involved that way. And I know Emily, they can be reached at,
And
I'm
if
sorry.
Chemung County has
Yes.
a chapter in
Yes.
Schuyler County as
Yes,
well. So
as well.
we'll gather that information and put that on our website
Yes.
at WENY.com. So Stephen and Emily, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And good luck this afternoon.
All right, thank you.